board. We're going to specifically today talk about translations. And a translation is moving something left, right, up, or down. You're either changing the x or the y coordinates, but you're doing it for every point on that image or that pre-image. Remember, the pre-image is what we start with, the image is what we end with. So a translation slides the figure along a straight line. The image has the same size and shape. You'll see when I said orientation before, look at these. Both these triangles are pointing off in this direction, correct? Yes. The orientation never changed. In a translation, they'll look in the exact same direction. They're not rotating, and you can picture it as a person. They're just sliding left, right, up, or down, but they're still staring in the same direction. And look at these two right here in these first two. I've got X and I've got X apostrophe. Which one is the pre-image?
The other one.
Which one? X or X apostrophe?
X apostrophe.
X is the pre-image. When you get to an image, the image will always have an apostrophe after each of the points.
I'm blinder than a bat.
Bats are not blind.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
That's why we're blinder than one.
Okay, that's possible.
Sure.
So, let's do some translation and some coordinate. This exercise really comes to what's happening. So you're going to get two types of questions. Yes, ma'am.
Can I get companies?
Yes, ma'am. You're going to get two types of questions. Actually, here you go. Just give me this one back. Two types of questions. What is happening? Meaning, I'm going to have an image and the pre-image that it started with. So I'm going to look at that pre-image and say, what happened? How did the image move? Did it move left or right or up or down? Always left, right first, up, down second. And the next thing you're going to get is some points and saying, create the new one. So let's start with this. We've got a figure, PQRS. It's a quadrilateral. It's got four sides, right? So we want to translate the image 4 units left and 2 units down. Remember, left is always first. The left and right are always first. So how many left? How many left?
4.
So I'm moving, remember, left and right is x coordinate. What am I doing to the x coordinate? Am I adding 4 to it or am I subtracting 4 from it if I go this way? Subtracting 4. So let's start with point P, and we're going to do this one point at a time, but we're just going to start with this one. So we're going to go 4 units left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to make myself a light dot because I'm going to erase it in a moment. And then it said 2 units down. That's the y-axis, right? Up or down? I'm going down the y-axis, so what am I doing to the y-coordinate? What am I doing to the y-coordinate?
You go down 2.
Am I adding or subtracting? I'm subtracting 2 down. So here I go, from that point I made, I go down 2. And this is my real point, and it's P, but remember it's P apostrophe. Everyone got it? Now think about what I just did, and let's go ahead and write it algebraically, even though that's Thursday's assignment. I took my x coordinate. What did I do to my x coordinate if I went 4 units left? I subtracted how much? So x becomes x minus 4. Does that make sense? So for my y one, what did I do? Y minus 2, because I subtracted, right? That's literally Thursday's lesson, so you're already there. And that's a whole lot easier to write than 4 units left and 2 units down, isn't it? I'll accept both. So let's go to Q. 4 units left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 units down. So there's my Q, and it's a Q apostrophe. You see what I'm doing? Everyone get it? We do the same to S. How many left?
4.
And 2 down, right? And then we make it S apostrophe. The apostrophe is important. And R. 4 left and 2 down. And that's R apostrophe. And then we're going to connect these with straight lines. And there's our new image. Our pre-image. This is our pre-image. Oops. Pre-image. and this is our image.
My life's nothing like that.
What do you mean? Well, did you go 4 left and 2 down with your second set of points, or you just go 4 left?
Oh,
Just say I went just 4 left.
yeah.
Okay, so fix it.
I hit my elbow on my chair.
Did everyone get that one? Pretty simple?
Yes.
Okay.
So it should look like that.
No. 4 left and 2 down. So 4 left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 down.
Oh.
There's your S. You went your 4 left, but you didn't go 2 down. And there's your R. Does that make sense? So fix it.
I guess.
Make sure that you're putting your apostrophe.
Oh,
you get 'em?
it's
Let me
an
see.
up apostrophe. Okay.
Up
No.
apostrophe.
How about you make the points?
If you're going by that,
You didn't make
up
any
comma.
points. You just drew a figure. Very good.
Just throw it in there.
2 down. Make a point. There you go. Label it as P apostrophe. Don't put it in the way because the line's going to go right through it. So stick it off here to the side.
I always thought they were switched.
I just confused myself.
It's not that hard.
Okay, don't forget your
What's your
apostrophe.
face?
Make it obvious.
I'm gonna talk about
You said because you're no
If you write image and pre-image, all you're doing is saving yourself from guessing later. Does that make sense? So when you get to those problems where they say which is the image and which is the pre-image, if you've already written image and pre-image on the thing, you already know the answer. If you don't write it, there's problems.
Does that look better?
That looks beautiful. Except you haven't labeled the points down here.
Oh,
Put another bump right here and make it.
I don't know.
One more.
Growing more.
I just like
2 down.
straight up confused.
There you go. Then you connect it.
No, I'd rather hit my
Oh,
finger here and
this
add
would be
another
as
bump
the
so it looks like I'm growing more.
Okay. So everyone's doing that pretty good. Remember, I won't require that you write image and pre-image, but I will tell you it'll sure make your life happier.
So is this a pre-image?
Well, our pre-image is the one they started with.
So
The one we made is the image. Write it down on it.
Your voice.
No, write it literally in the shape itself. If you do all this stuff, think about this. Let's pretend you're making a nuclear weapon.
Ooh.
Do you want to make sure all your math is good before you start assembling it?
Yes.
Why?
Does it go wrong?
So it doesn't blow up in your face, because then your face is gone.
my brother's had fire
Like a
in his
little bit
face,
more
and
than
just
your
like
face.
came like right out of nowhere. And his
Okay.
hair was burnt.
So let's look at number 2 down here. It says translate the image 5 units right. If we're going right, what are we doing to the x coordinate?
Adding.
So I'm just going to start by doing this. X, and it says 5 units right. How much are we adding?
X plus 5.
And 3 units up. What are we doing to the y?
Adding
Adding how much?
3.
So this is Thursday's lesson, but you're getting it ahead of time because that'll make Thursday easier. So let's do this. We've got an image, or pre-image. I'm going to write pre-image on it, so I'll stop saying stupid stuff. Pre-image. And it's ABC. So I'm going to go 5 units right. I'm going to start with B here because it's kind of hanging up here on the corner. I'm going to go 5 units right and 3 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And it's B apostrophe, right? I can do the same with A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And there's my A apostrophe.
Dang it. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not. You just make mistakes and it's okay. Same thing with C. 5 units right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 units up. 1, 2, 3. Now, when I get done, how are the 2 shapes going to compare? When I finish this, how will the 2 shapes compare?
It'll look the same.
They will look exactly the same, facing the same direction, everything. All I did was move them around. World's most boring video game. All I did was move stuff around. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Tetris.
1, 2, 3. But Tetris, you got to move things and reorient,
rotate.
rotate. Yeah,
Pong.
but you can't reflect in Tetris. You can translate Pong, you're just translating. It never changes shape.
I
You're
know,
just
it just moved, yeah.
I'm
you're
done.
translating.
It's not the most bonding.
Felt like
So D. Now I connect them, make a lovely shape.
what?
Make sure that you kept. Well, let's look. Make sure you kept your. Whoops.
I
Kept.
think she figured out her mistake.
Okay. Count it. If it looks wrong, count it. Start there. Start with C. Move it over.
Tetris spin stuff.
One,
Use the tip of your pencil.
one,
No, the first one doesn't count.
1, 2, 3,
Why do you like going
4,
backwards?
5.
Unless you miss the ball, it just
There you go.
goes this way.
So that's where I
Okay,
had it.
what's wrong with
You
your
do
shape?
like this, and then you went down.
Okay, go C. Go over 5 and 3 up. No, start counting
I
one at
thought
a time.
I thought like,
1,
okay,
2.
that
No,
makes sense.
you're skipping.
Okay. I
One.
forgot that there was a room
Don't.
in ball.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 up.
It just floats off infinitely.
Good. Now let's do D.
If it goes to the roof, you have to hit reset. and
1.
start
No. Go straight left. 5. No. You're trying to follow the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 up. That's 2.
I can't breathe. Stop moving my table, John.
There it is. Okay. You get it? Is it beautiful? Beautiful.
My butt vibrated.
That looks like somebody abused yours. Well, let's look at A
Sorry.
again. Go 5 over and 3 up.
Tracy,
Sorry.
use it.
Sure, why you?
No.
Just like everyone
1.
on your shoulders.
Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's mini called blue.
Now go through it. Very nice.
Thank you.
Be nicer if you wrote image and pre-image.
But that's a lot of work.
Yeah, you donk.
What did you just call me?
Donk.
And is recording for Olda here.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So, any questions on how to translate?
I'm fabulous.
We're moving left and right, up or down. If you can start by putting these if you write. When we get to the homework, it's going to say what's happening here. You can write it this way, or you can write left 3, up 4.
So, say this one's up,
Like
right?
that work.
Mhm.
So we would be going down.
You go the exact direction it says.
Yeah, but never mind. You
Okay.
don't get it.